I live by myself in a dementia-friendly village and want to remain independent as long as possible. I use strategies based on past patterns and routines, and when things go awry, I try and find other ways to do better. I need to be enabled to continue rather than disabled by having everything done for me. Getting dressed in the morning can be difficult because of sequencing. Having appeared in public inappropriately dressed, I now prepare my clothes the previous evening, laying them out in the order on which I take them off, so ready to put them on in the correct order the next day. I don't wear clothes with buttons or zips, as I forget to do them up, or can undo them at the wrong time. My daughter found me a reversible dress, which is wonderful. I have been out with my dress back to front, but no one knew until I took off my cardigan later, so it didn't matter. I have an alarm to remind me when to take my medication, which stops by inverting the dispenser. All of us in the complex where I live are required to press an OK button before an agreed time to let the staff know we are OK, and if I don't, they phone. And if I don't answer the phone, they come and see what's happened. My medication is organised in a rainbow pill dispenser, which tells me the day of the week. At the end of each week, it's shaken to make sure I haven't missed any tablets, as I wouldn't notice myself. The calendar on my laptop tells me what I'm meant to be doing that day. Change the bedding, defrost something, go to the gym, run my memory group. There's a system of alerts that pop up and only go when cancelled on completion. Anything entered on the iCal can be automatically repeated daily, every week, month or year. Especially useful for birthdays, and for those abroad it's set up, so I'm alerted sufficiently in advance to post something. My family often send me a picture of the present I gave them with their thank you, as I certainly will have forgotten. Food can be a problem, as I don't remember whether I've eaten a meal or not. Charts with tick boxes don't work, as I can't remember whether I've ticked them. So I place all my used dishes in my washing up bowl, so I can see whether I've had breakfast, eaten a proper meal, how many drinks I've had. I use ready meals which are easy to heat up in my basic microwave. If I do cook something in the oven, the green ribbon on the oven door reminds me to wear the timer around my neck. Otherwise, if the doorbell rings and I'm distracted, I will forget and then ignore the burning smell because of my olfactory hallucinations, which could be dangerous. I also have a series of QR-coded cards in my kitchen to remind me the sequencing of basic domestic activities, accessed by my iPad. My computer is my backup brain. I would be lost without it. It's networked with my family, so they know what I'm meant to be doing. Activities on my calendar are colour-coded. I have an iPad and also an MP3 player with all my favourite music on it, which I can have under my pillow at night or in my pocket when I go out, as music calms and can help me cope with my hallucinations. I also have access to talking books and daily Bible readings, as I can never remember where I've got up to. I take my iPad and earphones when travelling. I have games. The Sudoku app tells me when I've made a mistake and gives hints. My computer is set up with passwords, address and basic details, which are entered automatically when needed, as I have no idea of numbers and even muddle up the postcode. I have tiles attached to my glasses, credit card sleeve, keys, so I can always find them. I use Skype and FaceTime, as phones are so very difficult. I also am involved with several internet forums using Zoom technology with others living with dementia around the world. I have always done internet banking with computer spreadsheets. I have 2 accounts, one covering routine expenditure, water, electricity, housing, fees, subscriptions, etc., which doesn't need to be checked, as the income covers the expenditure, so it runs itself. And another for variable expenditure like shopping, giving, credit card. I don't use cash. I also do almost all my shopping online, as shops are so confusing, noisy, too much choice. And my eldest son looks after my savings. I struggle with answering the phone and only use my mobile phone for replying to text messages. It is possible to have pre-programmed phones with photos instead of numbers. I carry my mobile phone when I go out in case of emergency, as it's pre-programmed with important numbers. I also take my card explaining I have dementia, which explains what's likely to happen when I get confused, what to do about it, and whom to contact. My TV records my favourite programmes. I get confused with complicated plots, too many characters, so I tend to watch old programmes, the endings of which I have inevitably forgotten. I can't knit complicated patterns anymore, but was encouraged to relearn simple items. Complicated jigsaws are beyond me now, but I enjoy the communal ones. Routines are important, and so are responsibilities, which give purpose, such as running my Japanese memory groups, preparing for which helps to keep me well, as does giving talks to help others.